faithfully delivering value and interpreting the world's best books. Hello, this is Sally talking about books. Today, I'm interpreting Cuo Tu Notes for you. In the title, Quo doesn't mean mistake, it means variety or diversity. Quo refers to the diverse marine life. During the late Ming and early Qing dynasties, a painter and biology enthusiast named Nie Huang explored coastal areas, drawing each marine species he found. He compiled these into what we now call the Quo Tu. Today's Quo Tu Notes interprets the author's selections of representative species from the Quo Tu, analyzed with modern biological methods. Through these notes, you'll uncover the many secrets hidden in the vast ocean's diverse marine creatures. The common beltfish on your plate is a cannibalistic little demon. The scary-looking sea snake is famously gentle, and the delicious wild yellow croaker is nearly extinct from overfishing. The adorable dolphin isn't just a singing expert, it's also an ocean lifesaver. The author, John Chen Liang, holds a master's in entomology from China Agricultural University and writes for outlets like LifeWorld and China National Geographic. He focuses on science communication and has over 8 million followers on Weibo. To his fans, he knows everything, answering questions with humor and ease, earning him the nickname Little Bright Naturalist. The marine life in the notes includes both common dinner table varieties and also some you've heard of but never seen, and even some you've never heard of. Don't worry if names sound unfamiliar. Their names and appearances will be in the listening notes. Next, I'll share fun stories about these animals, focusing on their unique feeding methods and distinctive temperaments. Lastly, I'll discuss marine species endangered by human activities. First, let's see how marine life hunts food. Their skills are like 8 immortals crossing the sea, each showing their powers. Some wait at ease, some track and chase, and some use clever tactics. For the wait at ease type, a key example is the red knifefish. It lives mainly in Fujian's coastal waters and is all red, so it's also called red silver carp. Its big head and slender body aren't for swimming, but for burrowing. They like to dig a hole in the seabed, insert their tail, and only show their head looking like they've planted themselves on the ocean floor. This is their hunting method, staying still, like waiting for a rabbit, and once small fish or shrimp pass by, they dart out swiftly. They grab the prey, dig a pit in the seabed, solving both food and shelter issues. Truly, lazy fish have lazy ways. The red knife fish often appears on dining tables. Steamed, it has plenty of meat and few bones, tasting great. Because of its festive red color, it's become increasingly popular at banquets in recent years. Similar to the red knife fish in hunting is the bearded eel gob yi. It's an extremely ugly fish, always gaping with a bloody mouth, showing 2 rows of sharp teeth. Its eyes are smaller than sesame seeds, skin reddish-gray with a layer of slime. Its appearance is such that probably only its mother finds it good-looking. Like the red knifefish, it likes to hide in the sand, almost burying its whole body, relying on sensing vibrations to detect and capture prey around. Because it's so lazy and hides in the sand, long-term, its eyes have degenerated, almost losing vision. But if you judge a fish by its looks, you'd be wrong. The bearded eel goby may be ugly, but it's more popular than the red knifefish. Soup made from it is as white as milk, so it has the nickname milkfish. Besides the lazy red knifefish and bearded eel goby, the turtle also hunts in a very leisurely way. But its leisure is forced. Its scientific name is fragrant dolphin because its body is like hidden in a turtle shell with fins and tail sticking out. Only the fins can move. The body can't. For example, it's like a person standing straight as a log, only their toes paddling water vigorously. The posture is quite funny. Its unique body structure limits its movement, making it slowly search for food among rocks and lazily wait for prey to come to its mouth. On the contrary, some animals strike first and attack proactively. For example, the moray eel's body resembles a snake. Because it's all red, it's described as a coral whip. When swimming in the sea, the moray eel moves straight like a pipe, not wriggling like an eel. So it has another Chinese name, scaled pipefish. Quite vivid, right? Moray eels mainly live in the warm waters of southern China with their active period from March to November each year. Especially in the mornings of September and October, standing on coastal rocks, you can often see schools of small fish followed by a ghostly, large pipe-like figure. That's the moray eel preparing to hunt. When it approaches the small fish, it suddenly opens its mouth wide and sucks them all into its belly. Marine life has another fascinating hunting method: clever strategizing. In this regard, if we were to crown a champion, it would undoubtedly be the snakehead fish. So-called shun means crab, and shunhu is a fish named because it's incredibly skilled at catching crabs. Even the fierce claw-waving crabs end up as its prey, shaking the snakehead fish's intelligence and bravery. Whenever the snakehead fish finds a crab in a rock crevice, it first sticks in its tail to tease and prod the crab. Crabs are alert and timid, but easily provoked. After a few prods, the crab gets angry and clamps onto the snakehead's tail with its claw, exactly falling into the trap. The snakehead quickly flicks its tail, successfully pulling off one claw. The crab realizes it's been tricked and becomes even more furious. The other large claw is dealt with in the same way. Thus, the crab's two powerful claws are disarmed, leaving it defenseless. Now, the snakehead can leisurely enjoy its prize. The snakehead uses its mouth to cover the wound where the claw was torn off, slowly sucking out the crab's meat. You see, the snakehead lures the enemy in deep and cleverly wins with ease. Quite impressive, right? Marine animals' hunting methods each have unique traits, and their temperaments vary greatly. Some are cold-hearted, others loyal, some small in size but big in temper, while others look fearsome but are gentle. Now, let's explore the second aspect, their temperament traits, starting with the cold-hearted nature of animals. There's a fish called the dragonhead fish, named mainly for its extremely ferocious head. Most of its face is mouth, filled with sharp teeth. Researchers once dissected over 500 dragonhead fish and found they're like little bullies of the sea. Inside their bellies were 48 different animals, including small yellow croakers, shrimp, squid, and more. In human eyes, these are considered premium seafood. Researchers were also shocked to find that among these 48 animals, the most numerous was actually the dragonhead fish itself. In other words, the dragonhead fish's primary food is actually its own kind. And dragonhead fish have highly developed stomachs and livers with exceptionally strong digestion, quickly absorbing everything they eat. But this characteristic also brings them trouble. Because they eat so much and grow fast, dragonhead fish now dominate fishing nets. The belt fish we often eat matches the dragonhead in cold-heartedness. We never see live belt fish in markets because, as deep-sea fish, pressure changes when caught cause internal rupture. Though deep-sea dwellers, beltfish make daily round trips from seabed to surface. They surface at dusk and return to depths at dawn. To adapt to pressure changes, they ascend and descend slowly. Fishermen exploit this by rod fishing at night and dawn. When fishing, a strange phenomenon occurs. After one bites, another clamps its tail, getting caught together. Early on, fishermen thought the second fish was trying to rescue the first. If true, beltfish would show great teamwork. But is that reality? Actually, though beltfish swim in schools, appearing harmonious, they're not. When one is in trouble, others don't help. They immediately attack and bite. China's Fisheries Research Institute dissected over 1,000 beltfish, finding over 35% of their diet is other beltfish, showing extreme cannibalism. Well, after Hearing this, do you see dragonhead and beltfish differently? The ocean is vast with countless animals, some heartless, others deeply loyal. One creature even transcends species, helping humans enthusiastically, the dolphin. Dolphin literally means sea pig in Chinese, but not for appearance, it's because they're mammals. Their internal organs resemble pigs closely. Dolphins have long been considered spiritually attuned animals. The legend tells of ancient Greek musician Arion, who, when threatened by pirates, sang a final song before leaping into the sea. A dolphin, moved by his song, rescued him. Later, this dolphin became the constellation Delphinus in the night sky. This legend reflects two dolphin traits: communicating through songs and rescuing drowning people. Dolphin group members share deep bonds, showing special care for calves and weaker individuals. In the past, people exploited this trait to hunt dolphins. Now, with conservation awareness, we use it to rescue them. On February 2nd, 2013, over 100 dolphins got lost in Australian shallows. Experts led a calf to deep water. Hearing its cries, others rushed to rescue it, guiding them to safety. Another type of animal frequently throws tantrums and shows fierce displays. They're the small but feisty type. The jumping fish from Cuo Tu is typical. They climb out of water and hop on beaches, hence called mud skippers. Mud skippers need high oxygen, so they emerge during low tide to breathe. Some even avoid water during high tide, acting like land frogs. When two male mud skippers mate, they display by spreading dorsal fins to show bright patterns, some even gaping skyward while roaring at each other. The tiny jumping fish are notoriously hot-tempered, while terrifying sea snakes are the opposite. Though capable of ferocity, they're famously good-natured. The most common are zebra-patterned sea snakes with rounded heads and paddle-like tails. They have two movement modes: diving to shallow seabeds to hunt among corals and rocks, or floating on calm water to sunbathe. All sea snakes belong to the cobra family with potent venom, some deadlier than land cobras. Envenomated victims die within hours to days. Yet these highly venomous snakes have gentle temperaments and won't react without strong provocation. Sea snakes never attack humans unprovoked, but their docility makes them targets for intense capture. Their venom is used for medicine, their meat sent to restaurants. In the past, large groups of sea snakes often gathered on the surface. A fisherman called this phenomenon sea snakes visiting relatives. Oh, too many relatives have been captured, making such scenes rare now. Through the above introductions, we've come to know more marine creatures. For millennia, whether through conflict or harmony, they've lived freely in vast oceans, enacting moving scenes. Yet with human expansion, environmental degradation, and insatiable exploitation, many marine species have sharply declined, some nearing extinction. One marine creature, nicknamed sea monk, is scientifically the leatherback turtle. It's Earth's largest living turtle, growing over 2.5 meters long. If you think this giant moves slowly and clumsily, you'd be dead wrong. On the contrary, it's one of the world's fastest reptiles. Its front flippers are longest among turtles, propelling it at 35 kilometers per hour, faster than small e-bike. Its bald, human-like head earned the sea monk name. Legends say captured sea monks weep and chant sutras. Beautiful as it sounds, the tears are actually salt-expelling fluids from their eyes. The sutra chanting is just their heavy breathing and low growls. The leatherbacks mainly eat jellyfish, devouring an astonishing 500 plus kilograms daily. Now nearing extinction, partly because floating plastic bags resemble jellyfish, causing fatal choking when swallowed. Another cause is abnormal global climate. Hatchling gender depends on temperature. Females develop in warmth, males in coolness. Climate shifts disrupt sex ratios, severely impacting reproduction. Another legendary creature, the mermaid, appears in texts from ancient Shanhai Jing to modern natural histories. In Cuo Tu Notes, the author identifies historical mermaids as dugongs, Marine mammals. Their flippers resemble human arms. Their faces look like smiling, chubby figures. Females have visible nipples, floating while nursing young, resembling women breastfeeding, hence mermaids. Dugongs have high demands for water quality and temperature, mainly living in the Indian Ocean, Western Pacific, and subtropical seas. Their northernmost distribution in China includes waters around Hainan, Guangxi, Guangdong, and Taiwan. And since the 1950s, Chinese began large-scale hunting of dugongs, making them increasingly rare. Despite China establishing a national dugong reserve in 1992 at Hepu, Guangxi, a former hotspot, no trace of them has been seen for many years now. Reserve experts say we protect seagrass, hoping dugongs will come to eat, but they just don't come anymore. Their words filled with helplessness and sorrow. Another fish was nearly wiped out because it was too delicious. That's the large yellow croaker, with tender, garlic clove meat, few bones, and exquisite flavor. Southerners make Ningbo-style croaker with pickled vegetables. Northerners have Shandong-style dry braised croaker, both beloved dishes. The croaker's head contains two otoliths, sagittal stones, that mainly maintain balance. As early as the Ming Dynasty, Chaozhou fishermen invented drum-beating fishing. Fleets surrounded schools and vigorously banged boat planks. The croaker's otoliths resonated with the noise, stunning all fish regardless of size, making them float to the surface. This secret spread to Fujian and Zhejiang fishermen, becoming widely used, worsening the croaker's plight. Each spring, when croakers swim shoreward to spawn, fishermen wait at breeding grounds to catch them. Many are caught before spawning, bellies full of roe. This method prevents reproduction, causing drastic population decline. The croakers thought, can't go near shore, then retreat to deep sea to recover. In 1974, thousands of boats chased them to the deep sea and wiped out. They ransacked the croaker's last refuge for a huge haul, dooming the species thereafter. Wild croakers are now extremely rare. In 2011, 1 kilogram of wild croaker sold for over 4,000 yen. Today's market croakers are farmed. Inbreeding makes their flesh inferior, growth slower, and size smaller. After sharing these fascinating marine facts, let's summarize the highlights of Cuo Tu Notes. Using modern biology methods, the author examines marine creatures' habits, each with unique survival skills and charming personalities. This book deepens our understanding of seafood on our plates while reminding us to protect their habitats so these fascinating creatures don't vanish into mythical legends. All right, that's Cuo Tu Notes. That wraps up our interpretation. Find reading notes below the audio. See you tomorrow.